I've got all the insulation that can be had. And I just put layers and layers of clothing on.
Sarah Bunting does all she can to keep her heating bills down, but they still keep rising. Her disabilities mean she must stay warm, so as this winter approaches, what is her biggest fear?
Not making it through. And if I do make it through, I'll end up in hospital. I'm petrified. I'm still paying last winter's bill. I'm still paying that off to them. And with this bill, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Figures released today show last winter caused 31,100 excess deaths, mainly as people succumbed to flu, other respiratory illnesses and heart conditions worsened by cold. It's an increase of 29% compared to the winter before, a rise attributed to the prolonged freeze, which included the coldest March for 50 years. 82% of the deaths were among people aged 75 or over. And according to the World Health Organization, cold homes are the cause of a third to a half of those winter deaths.
I cannot think of any language other than national disgrace to describe a situation where we see 30,000 people dying unnecessarily. What we've got to do is to make our housing sufficiently efficient in terms of its energy efficiency so that people can afford to keep themselves adequately warm.
As protesters gathered outside the headquarters of energy suppliers today, the government's top advisor on fuel poverty urged everyone to get angry and to demand more action from the government to prevent people dying in winter.
If society said this is unacceptable and we applied pressure on politicians, something would change. So all of us have got to be more determined and say that this is morally unforgivable.
Sarah is dreading the arrival of her next energy bill. But today's statistics show, for thousands nationwide, deciding how much heating they can afford to pay for could make the difference between life or death this winter.